genome project took 10 years to complete and cost $3 billion. Now we can basically do the same thing in the lab in a few days for about $1,000. There's a scientific revolution going on, and it's driven by next generation sequencing and bioinformatics. That's why we're excited to offer a Tufts summer study course in bioinformatics and next generation sequencing called BioSeq. My name is Dr. Candace Edson, and I was one of the instructors for the course when we offered it last summer. I really enjoy teaching this class because it's truly an inquiry-based course. The whole course revolves around hands-on research, work that you do both at the bench and in the computer science lab. And the experiments that we do in the course aren't like the experiments that you would do in a typical teaching lab. Each activity is part of a bigger project, and there is the potential for each student to have a different outcome for their project. So it's a lot more like real research. I really love doing science research, and I really think that if you participate in this class, you're going to get a really good feel for what real science research is like. My teaching partner last summer was Mr. Phil Braunstein, and he covered the computer science the scientists use to make sense of the data, the large amount of data that gets generated by next generation sequencing.
Thanks, Candace. So what we're going to focus on in the computer science side is, first of all, why is it even an issue? Why is the analysis not a trivial problem? Because it turns out that if you approach things naively and did things the simplest way you could think of, your program that you write to analyze this type of data, the sun would burn out before your program ever finished. So we have to be smart about it, and we have to come up with good algorithms and smart ways to do things. So we are also going to study specifically what makes these algorithms work and how to conquer this really hard sorts of problems. And practically we're going to get a lot of experience working with the sort of typical bioinformatics tools that you would do in this sort of research. And finally, I really think that by the end of the course, you'll be able to plan your own sort of experiment and plan the type of analysis that you would need to do to get good results out of it.
So I've been working on the BioSeq project as a whole for a couple of years. I've been working with a team of undergraduate students to develop the modules and experiments that you would be carrying out if you participated in the summer course. I won't be able to teach the course this summer, so Dr. Mark Hartman is going to be taking over from me as instructor.
That's right, and I'm excited about teaching this course because it's based on open-ended research questions, which give you a chance to work with some real science, and we get to use cutting-edge technology that not a lot of people have access to. So if you're interested or you're thinking about a career in biology or computer science, this might be a good opportunity. This year we're offering 2 exciting courses.
So the first project that we're going to do is called the Microbiome Portrait Experiment. Did you know that there are more microorganisms in and on your body than there are human cells in your body? These organisms live in a community that we call the microbiome, and your microbiome has a huge impact on your health. So in this experiment, the Microbiome Portrait Experiment, we're going to collect samples of the microbes that are growing on the surface of your body in 2 spots, the roof of your mouth and behind your ear. And we're going to sequence the DNA that's in those samples to determine what exactly is growing on your body.
The second project we're doing is called the Mutations Investigation Project. Every time your DNA gets copied or repaired, there's a chance that you could develop a mutation. To study this, we're going to look at some bacteria that contain mutations. We're going to watch them for physical signs of mutation, and then we're going to sequence their DNA and try and see the mutation at the level of their DNA.
Okay, so also, in order to take part in this course, we ask that you are a rising senior in high school, and we also ask that you've taken a AP Bio class or an Honors Bio class in high school. And while we're going to spend a lot of time learning this sort of crucial and very interesting computer science, you don't need to have any of that coming in. We're going to start from the ground and
build up from there. Darcy,
It's the same thing with the lab techniques. We don't expect you to know everything when you come in. We're going to guide you through each activity step by step.
And we want to emphasize that if you're interested in the course, you shouldn't be discouraged by the price tag because we have different scholarship opportunities available.
Hope to see you this summer.